Good morning. My name is Mr. Anthony. The reason why I'm making this recording today because my family was recently had a fraud committed against my family property by one of the developing company here in Beaufort County. Back in the old days, these companies would move your stakes and property markers and boundary markers and encroach on your property. But now they're using the assistance of the Beaufort County Councilman, city official, and the assessor office to remove black people from the property. What recently happened to my family member was I came home one afternoon and caught this survey guy on my easement mark. And I said to him, man, why are you on my easement mark? He said, well, Mr. Gray family ordered a survey. I said, I understand that, but why are you on my easement mark? I said, you better have done nothing illegal. And after that, about several months later, I got this small tax bill for some additional property, which I did not purchase. So I said to myself, I already knew what had happened because when I look at the dimensions of this tax bill, it was the same dimensions of my easement, my right-of-way. And this right-of-way had been on my family property for 53 years, not only 53 years, and the property has been in my family for 200 years. So right then I already knew that something was illegal had been done to my family property. So I goes down to the Ancestral office. I took my original plat of 1984, and I showed the woman the plat in the Ancestral office. She's a tall black woman. I didn't get her name, but she totally ignored my claim. In fact, she made an arrogant suggestion that if I didn't pay the taxes, I would have a next door neighbor sitting next to me, which was arrogance because you can't build on an easement, a small, tiny piece of land. It's impossible. But she just was short arrogance. She was unprofessional, and she just didn't care. Back in the old, about 30 years ago, they had another assessor office. Well, she was pretty good. She was more professional. If you went in with a concern about your tax bill or something had some kind of discrepancy, she would take you back in the office and she would look at your concern and she would investigate your concern and see if you had a legitimate complaint. Well, they don't do that anymore. Now all they do is they don't do no due diligence, no checks and balances. None of that stuff is done. These developing companies can walk in the office and file forwarded documents, and they record them into law, and then you get a tax bill of this sort. So I'm doing this recording today to show you that Beaufort County been doing this type of stuff for decades. These development companies have been removing black folks from their property for decades, and Beaufort County is one of the most corrupt counties in the state of South Carolina. So I'm going to go into my property markers, and I'm going to show you exactly what transpired. Check out. Pause it.